What if I told you you could buy your first or next rental property without using all of the cash you've been saving for years in your bank account? I know it sounds crazy, right? But this is absolutely true. And I've seen this happen time and time again to other real estate investors, thinking that you need a whole heap of cash. Listen, you don't need to be rich or have stacks of cash to start investing in real estate. In fact, some of the wealthiest real estate investors I know started with little to no money of their own. Now, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how exactly to make your credit work for you instead of against you. Because growing up, we've been lied to. We've been taught that credit was a bad thing because we used it to buy materialistic things so it can work against us. But we need to use it to buy things with value that appreciate in assets like real estate. Credit is one of the most underused tools in real estate, and I'm going to teach you how to use it the right way. Now, if you've been sitting on the sidelines watching others jump in and succeed in real estate and waiting for the perfect time, the time for you to start investing in real estate is now. So I want you to grab a pen, a paper, or a notebook because I'm about to drop some jewels on you. Now, what leveraging credit means and why is it important? Leveraging credit simply means using other people's money to invest in real estate. It's about borrowing money strategically instead of draining your savings. Now, let me break it down to you with an example for the people who don't understand. Imagine you've been saving for years and you finally saved $30,000. You could use that money to buy one property, right? But what if you could leverage your credit to access $100,000 in funding instead? Suddenly, you're looking at multiple properties and you're able to acquire multiple more properties instead of just one. This is why leveraging credit is so critical, especially if you're a beginner. Now, in today's world, most people don't have tens of thousands of dollars just sitting around or in the bank. But with good credit, you can tap into funding that can help you scale faster and get you to your financial goals even sooner. And the best part, you're not risking all of your hard-earned money just in one deal. That's the power of leveraging credit, and that's why I love leveraging it so much. Let me give you a real-life example of mine. My first rental property was a pre-foreclosure, and I used a $95,000 business line of credit to fund the down payment and renovations. I purchased the property for $250,000, which after my $95,000 down payment, I owed the bank $155,000. Now, when I finished the rehab, it was worth $550,000. I did a cash out refinance, paid off the line of credit, and I walked away with $300,000 in equity, all without touching my personal savings. Not only was I able to get my $95,000 back out of the deal, but I was also able to use it and go and repeat the process. Now that's the power of using business credit. Now you might be wondering, why use credit instead of cash? And here's the answer. Using credit gives you the ability to scale and grow faster. Think about it. Saving up for years to buy one property ties up all your cash. But using credit allows you to buy multiple properties in a shorter amount of time so you can go faster. Imagine this. With cash, you can buy one rental property and let's say it generates $500 a month in passive income. Not bad, right? But what if you bought 3 properties at the same time with credit? Now you're making $1,500 a month instead, and now you're scaling at a faster rate. Plus, saving your cash gives you flexibility. You'll have funds available for emergencies, future opportunities, and unexpected expenses. Because when you own a home or you own properties, unexpected expenses pop up all the time. And honestly, why take on all the risk with your own money when you can use someone else's? That's the beauty of leveraging credit. Now, before I dive deep into leveraging credit, you need to make sure your foundation and the structure of your credit report is solid. Think of this as preparing the soil before planting seeds if you are a farmer. Here's what you need to have in order to have a solid credit report. Number 1, you want to have a good credit score, aiming for at least a 680 or higher. Number 2, you want to have a clean credit history, no late payments, no collections, or no negative marks. Number 3, you want to have a clear plan. You need to know the type of funding you need, whether it's personal loans, business lines of credit, or if you're using a HELOC, and how you'll use it. If your credit isn't where it needs to be, don't worry. Start by paying down your debt so you can have a low debt to ratio. Start disputing errors on your credit report and building a positive payment history. And stay tuned because I'll be covering these tips in detail in a future video. Now, in order to dispute negative items on your credit report, you want to pull your credit report and see all the derogatory items like late payments, collections on your credit report. And the easy way to do this is to go on annualcreditreport.com and pull all of your credit reports. They give you one free credit report a year annually. Now, if you're someone who has no derogatory marks on your credit report, but your score is not 680 and above or qualify for funding, the one thing you can do is add yourself as an authorized user to a family member or a friend's credit card, or use credit builder accounts such as Self-Lender, Credit Strong, and other accounts, which I'll be covering these tips in detail in another future video. What I want you to know that not all credit is created equally. Here's the best type of credit for financing your first or next investment property. Number one is personal loans. They're great for small down payments, but watch out for higher interest rates. Number two are business lines of credit. They're perfect if you have an established LLC or corporation. Number three, which is my all-time favorite, are HELOCs. This is good if you own property. It lets you borrow against the equity at lower rates. Now let's break these down. Personal loans are quick and easy to accept, but it may cost you more in the long run due to high interest rates. Business lines of credit are ideal for scaling, especially if you plan to run multiple properties under an LLC. And HELOCs are great. These are gold mines, especially if you already have built-in equity in your properties. The key is to match the right credit type with your goals and financial situations. Start small and grow as you gain experience. Don't rush the process. Now, my all-time favorite is using business lines of credit because you pay interest-only payments until you're either finished flipping your property or exiting your rental property by refinancing. Now, if you're a beginner, I suggest you use 0% interest-free business credit cards. But if you're an experienced investor and you already own properties with equity, then I recommend you use a home equity line of credit. Now that you know the basics of leveraging credit, let me leave you with a sneak peek into some advanced strategies. For example, did you know you can combine funding products? Imagine using 0% interest-free credit cards for renovations and a business line of credit for the down payment. These advanced tactics can accelerate your success and even help you save on interest. But that's a topic for another day. Make sure you subscribe and don't miss out. Now let me ask you a question. What's stopping you from leveraging business credit to buy your first, second, or third rental property? Let me know in the comments below. Now, if this video gave you value, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on building wealth through real estate. And if you're ready to take action, check out the link in the description to sign up for my free webinar. In it, I'll reveal the 5 biggest mistakes real estate investors make when trying to leverage credit to buy more deals and how to avoid them. You don't want to miss it.